Yo. Okay. See if we got audio from the game. Let me see, where's my audio coming in at? The wrong one. There we are. And I see it working in my streaming software. Alright, good. We are good. I believe we are good, everybody. Hello and welcome back, everyone. This is Pharaoh the Gnome, and we are playing Lord of the Rings online. This is going to be part 7 of my Legacy of Morgoth expansion series. I'm playing through the Legacy of Morgoth expansion, as you've probably figured out from what I just said. And this is part 7. Part 6 ended oddly. And I did some stuff since then offline, but you know, it's real world thing happened. Anyway, so number 7, we're on number 7 here on my level 150 champion, and let's see where he's at. I think we're finishing up or finished up the second region of Legacy of Morgoth. I think actually we're at the elves that were down at the southern portion of it. It's like way down here. So we're doing something here. We also got a quest to take us over here to this area. So I'm not sure if I get this back over there. There we are. I'm not sure if this is going to do a bunch of quests in this area or send me back up here or send me over here where this is at. We're going to find that out. But this is the elven area that we're headed to. So we did a bunch of things here when I should say doing offline for Jurish. They kept sending us here, over and over, out here, over here, here, back and forth, and finally it finished and stuff. So now we're going to continue on. Hey, Potina Bowen, it's been a long time, my friend. Been a long time indeed. Woo! Let me bring up my Twitch so I can see when it's running commercials. Give me just a second here. It may make some noise while I try to get in there. It always kind of does that. Stream manager, there we are. Howdy. There we are. We got some chatty chat going on. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk to these people here.
This is Thorashiel, and she is the leader of the Kintai who dwell here at the oasis of Shonith.
In Tenet's Grove. She has welcomed the two of us here so long as we disturb not her people. As we disturb not her people. That's a weird way of saying that. I told her yet... Start again, brain. I told her you met with Shenthar, warden of a grove in northern Amberul, and she is interested to hear how he fares. There we are. We're starting off the stream great. I can't even read the first thing they say. 11.7.
I am called Thorashiel, and it is true that I lead the Adurhit clan of the Kintai.
There were many more of us in years past, but now we move from grove to grove, seeking to forestall the encroaching decay and death that threatens them all. With our ministrations here, I hope to maintain Shonith against the spread of the dust sea that we of the Kintai name Lithashar. It is good to hear that Shenthar remains at the grove he tends, for he was a dear friend to me in years now gone, before the Ordakai dried the river and spoiled the lands hereabout. To understand our people as your elder friend claims to desire, you must understand our work. I ask that you walk north, closer to the edge of this rise, and look out over Shonith. Perhaps then you will know why we of the Kintai feel so strongly about this work to which we are called.
Leave me alone, outsider.
We know the plight of the men who dwell in the waste of Gudzagan. I cannot pledge to any cause of man, not while we struggle to maintain what little we can of the natural world. Excuse me. Do you not see the horror growing all around you? Do you not see that this is the last vestige of us in the world? No, we struggle to live our own lives. We can spend no effect to aid those men.
Is there no end to our troubles?
Our fate lies here in this oasis. Once our number covered this region with splendor and wonder. We will not fade without trying to restore what we lost. To the northwest, there is a remnant of one of our oases. The desecrated trees appear dead. They are dormant. Some seeds still live. Where once we walked, our keepsake remains. If you would collect some of those sleeping seeds and remnants of our past and return them to me, I shall be grateful. Alright, so we got all of her quests. Let's check our inventory. Go ahead and get our silver gift of the day. And we get 50 virtue. Oh man, that's just so much virtue. Wow. I just can't get over how much virtue that is. That's like, how would I have ever completed the game without that 50 virtue I got? And that's exactly what I expected. They're going to give me a quest to go way back up here and do more stuff up here that all these people had me doing in the first place. So, okay, we got to go up that way now. Where was the other one? I don't see that one blinking. Oh, that's over there. And 11.7 shows the spot that we're currently at. Why does that seem odd? That seems extremely odd. It's not blinking anywhere else. Let me turn that one off. So it's showing the spot that I'm at. I don't understand that. Alright, so maybe we just look right here. A lot closer to the edge of the overlook. It's been kind of an issue with this expansion, is that I get a lot of these proximity quests like this where I gotta go somewhere, and it just doesn't really give you a good clue of where to go. So you just gotta kind of wander around and see if you hit the magical inch of land that it likes. Hey, we found it! Woohoo! Alright, now let's go back over here. I've had 2 other quests in this expansion in this region we're in that were absolutely horrible, in that they say go do this and this, and you go over there and you're like looking around everywhere it's on the map and you're like nowhere, nothing's happening, and you had to hit a little bitty patch of land, and when you do that it would trigger an event. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. Now you see the difficulty of our charge, friends. The Kintai fight to preserve what we can among the waste, even as the circle of our influence grows ever smaller. Even the greenery that used to thrive now withers and dies, and the desert creeps ever closer. Much of this land was covered with a great forest in ages past, the emerald wood of Nizagim. The very oldest of my people cursed the name of the great enemy, Morgoth, whose servants hewed the trees and devastated the land, turning large tracts of the emerald wood into desert. But that was long ago, and those elders of my people faded even before my birth. The work of the Kintai helped to restore some measure of the emerald wood, coaxing life from the barren stones and ensuring it could live before they were moved on. The Kintai became a wandering people, moving from place to place, tending to the groves throughout Shagana. But still, they named the emerald wood of Nizagim their home. Stories of Nizagim's beauty seemed now an impossible dream. When the Empire of Ordok dried the rivers and came north, their invasion parched the land and caused a great drought that withered cropland and forest alike. A terrible blight befell the trees of Nizagim, turning them as hard as stone. The forest has now become Adagim, the corpse holt, and we of the Kintai now name ourselves Avabar Kintai, the elves without a home. That has not changed our mission, friends, but like others who dwell in these lands, we accept whatever help we may be offered. If you will bring us sand sifter meat and bird feathers from the creatures of Kudzagin, you will help the Kintai with their efforts. There is a coffer among the pavilions north of the water in which you may leave the items you gather for us. Okay. So, yep, back out here doing stuff again. We're not done with that area. Was there any more quests? Let's see if anything pops up on the mini-map. Not seeing anything pop up. So the question is, what is the best way to get over there? Yeah, another thing I've noticed with this expansion is, let me get off this mount. There's a lot of clipping. Like that right there, I was able to walk right through the wall. I'm inside a mountainside. Zoop, zoop. See a lot of that in Legacy of Morgoth. Some of it is like you're up on top of a cliff and you just go straight through the cliff and fall down to the lower area below it, you know. I don't know. Corsairs of Umbar was an incredibly good expansion, and it just feels like Legacy of Morgoth was rushed or something. I don't know. Still a pretty expansion, but it just feels like it's there's a lot of polish that could have been done on this expansion. Boom, 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 boom. By the way, I didn't mention it is Wednesday, June 25th, 2025, and it's 7:10 p.m. I actually made it to one of my 7 p.m. Nightly streams. Imagine that. There's only been like, what, a half a year or more? Do me a favor, head over to Ferone.com where you can find the links to all of my channels. Yes, I have multiple channels. And leave me a subscribe, follow, leave me a like, and a comment on whatever medium you find me on. I mean, if you enjoy my content. If you don't enjoy it, don't do that. You know, we don't want you to create any false pretenses. If you don't like it, then don't like it. You know, it's okay. It's okay. You won't hurt my feelings that bad. But you know. We do need to. One of the Slayer deeds I still need to finish is the worms out here. So doing that quest will put me in an area where there's a bunch of them, I believe. Down here in this craters where I think they are. So we might as well go ahead and finish that Slayer deed up. That's one of the other things I've noticed in this one. The Ancient Relic of Iqorban, I see them everywhere. And a number of them I've seen are floating in midair. They're not actually, you know, on ground level. By the way, anybody that doesn't know, this is Lord of the Rings Online, an MMORPG for Lord of the Rings. It's been around for 18 years. Staying Stone Games is the developer. Head over to lotro.com. It's LOTRO.com. Create an account, download the game, play for free up to level 95. The current max level is 150. I highly recommend the game. It's the best MMORPG on the market right now. I believe I need those for the undead as well. It's another Slayer deed I need to finish out here. I was a little let down on this this one when I was looking at the deeds. When you finish all of them, I didn't see it give any kind of cool cosmetic or, you know, war steed thing, you know, visual or anything like that. It was just like, just complete them to complete them, and I was like, eh. Gundabad has a super awesome one that I'm still trying to complete. I've completed all but one deed in Fate of Gundabad expansion, and that's because the one deed I haven't completed is doing the missions in Gundabad. It's like 180 times, and you can only do like 5 to 6 or something like that per day. So I'm still trying to finish that one, but you get an awesome looking war steed cosmetic that I want out of that. Give me half a second. I believe my girlfriend is woke up. She's sending me messages. Ah, yes. She comes before the game. That's right. I said it. It is what it is. Alright, so let me check on this one here. Where are we? 69 of 100 on the advanced Slayer deed for the undead. So yeah, we do need to farm these a little bit and get that finished off. I've got a Slayer deed accelerator going right now, so we're getting 2 for 1 on the kills anyway, so it won't take too terribly long. Elvis, buddy, I can see you down there. I know you're up to no good. Or you want me to pick you up and show you to the world? Is that what it is? You feel left out? Oh, my baby. Oh, God. Oh, you're so big, boy. Say hi to everybody. Say hello. Hello. Oh, God. You're huge. You're so heavy. Oh, my God. I love you. You know I love you, right? He's like, let me go. I just want food. Just get me some food, human. I'm gonna knock all of your stuff off the desk until you get me some food. Ain't that right, buddy? I'm gonna sit right here and I'm going to knock everything off with my tail and pretend that it was an accident. I know your little reindeer cat games. I know. I'm no fool. Oh, there's what we want. These worm things. So on the worms, we are 44 of 100. We need quite a few of those still. I'm in a mass slaughter mobs kind of mood tonight, so this is good. I don't really feel like running much of quests. I just want to kill a bunch of baddies. So this kind of works for me. We'll do this while we do the quest. Sounds like a winner, right? Everybody, it's a winner. I think it is. He's pretending that he's not, you know, not doing anything wrong. He's just sitting there on the desk licking this bag that's over here. It's like, I'm not doing anything. No, I'm not doing anything. I'm just hanging out here, Daddy. Yeah. Here in a second, he'll knock stuff off the desk. But oh, I don't know how that happened. Am I talking about you, boy? Hmm? I love you, baby. Yes. You're my pretty kitty. Yesterday he was such a needy cat that he wouldn't let me play. Literally, he wanted me to go lay down on the bed and cuddle with him. After a while, I just had to give up and go do it. Okay, so it looks like we got all the purple things we were needing, the purple that was covering all this area. I mean, we still gotta go do this one over here. I wonder, can I go down this and come out that side, or is that gonna be a dead end? Because I want to go down here, see if I find more of the worms. Oh, and the undead. That's right, I still need those. Come on, shoot him. Baby, don't get on the keyboard. You've got plenty of food over there. There's no need for this. It's not the food I want. Yeah. I know you. I know you, kitty cat. I know you. Plenty of these craven around. I need more worms and undead though. Or I finished the Craven and Craving, whatever they are. The bird slayer deeds I've already done. Baby boy, I'm not going to go lay down right now. I'm busy. I'm streaming. Yeah? I love you, and I'm not going to go lay down though. Not right now. Goofy cat. Man, it's nothing but birds and Ordekai around here. I need the worms and the undead. Why don't you go see what Charles is doing? Go see what Charles is doing. He's making noises in the kitchen. May have some cat food in there. I doubt it, but he might. You never know. You should go check. He's like, no. No, it's not happening. Where does this go? Does this go back to them? I think it does. There's an exit from there I could have taken. Huh. Well, now we know. At least I think that's what that was. I don't want the birds. There's got to be other stuff. Come on. I see these small seed pods everywhere as well. You have to have a quest to use them, and so I don't. And I'm just like, that's annoying, but they're everywhere. Is this going to give me a discovery coming over here? You go on my normal mount. We'll just ride around a little bit. As soon as I do that, we find a worm that I need to kill. That's hilarious. Nothing but birds now. There's one. Birds everywhere. Alright, let's leave this little valley. I don't see what I need to be killing here. Don't need the lizards. There's like 1,000,000,001 of those birds. 1,000,001! Billion wasn't enough. They had to add one more. Maybe you pushed my mouse over. There we are. I had to put it back. I disturbed him. He's like, oh, what are you doing there? You moved the mouse closer to me. I took time pushing that away. You can see the cat butt right there. Alright, he's decided that I'm not going to go lay down, so he went to lay down by himself. That'll last for a few minutes before he comes back. If we're lucky, he'll fall asleep. Oh man. We've almost got all the undead. good. One of these years I'm going to actually go back to my farmer and make some coffee and food and all that. I keep meaning to do that, but I end up not doing it over and over and over. Don't need those either. So whiny mob is back there going. It's like, chill out. Should I have gone down there? Interesting. I don't know the area down there. Let's go find out. Let's see what's down there. Sorry about that, I hit the microphone. So far, just a bunch of birds. Oh, that seems like a long drop. Oh, good lord. And we made it. So that used to be a waterfall maybe in the past? Before it dried up? I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, there's an undead. We'll go over here and introduce ourselves. Hello, Mr. Undead. I'm here to take you out. Alright, there we are. You are gone. We were just about to go into an advertisement. And I hit the snooze to give y'all 5 more minutes of peace. Of course, that's over on Twitch. If you're watching the rebroadcast on youtube.com/Ferone1, you don't have those advertisements. You have YouTube advertisements. Which is better? I do not know. Alright, we're finally in the area that I needed to go to for this quest. And looks like there's a bunch of undead here, so that seems like a good thing. Granted, we only need a handful more of these anyway, but yeah, whatever. are. We finished the advanced Slayer deed for the undead. Oh, we got something attacking us. There. Now we can take a look at this. Deed completed. It's not going to pop it up. I always hate when it does that. It's that one, I believe. And we got 5 free Lotra points for simply playing the game. It's an Oasis keepsake. I believe we're supposed to pick that up. Yep. Unfortunately, there's artifact chests around here as well. That's going to keep coming up on my target, and I can't pick those up because I'm not a scholar. Alright. I don't know where that mob went to, but we're going to pick up the seed. Hey, look, he's back just as I went to pick up the seed. It's almost like he planned that. I think he planned that. Alright, artifact chest. Don't want an artifact chest. I want more of the seeds and thingamajiggies. Oh, come on, stop giving me artifact chests. There's gotta be more of the other things around here somewhere. Look on the map. Yeah, it should be. There's gotta be more around here. That's all I'm getting is artifact chests. Because some designer thought it'd be awesome to put a bunch of those harvestables spawn points in the same area that you're trying to find quest items on the ground. Damned artifact chest. I'm not a scholar. Why should I even be able to click on it? It's so annoying. That's all I see around here is artifact chests. Something's supposed to be over this way. Where's that at? It's over there. Right in here somewhere. I don't know what it is I'm looking for, but there's a circle on the map that's over here. Hey, there's some seeds. Luckily there's no artifact chest nearby, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to find that. Whatever it is should be like right here. I don't know what that is on the map. There's a chest, an ordinary chest. We'll go take a peek and see what's in it. Hey, there's a seed right next to it. Got all the seeds. We need 3 more of the Oasis keepsakes. That one's gone. Claims, according to the map, that there's some over this way. Ah, I picked up an artifact chest. Let's check our map again. Should be around here somewhere. We can get close enough to it to not pick up the artifact chest. Freaking artifact chest. That's all I'm getting is that damned artifact chest. And I cannot pick that up because I am... There we are, that's what I need. I am not a scholar. Alright, so we need one more. And should be anywhere in this area. Oh, there was one. It's right behind me. Holy crap. Okay. That's all of those. So we'll just call back over here to, what is this place called? Shonith? Shonith? That's where we're going. That's it right there. Okay. Looks like we have a turn in over here. Oh, gotta put it in the coffer, I see. Then we head back over to the other quest giver, which I believe was up on the hill. So we'll just swim across. Let's see who all's online tonight. Quite a few people in the kinship online tonight. Oh, that's right. There was somebody that needed access. Who was that? Estrian? Nope, doesn't appear to be online. Okay, come on, let's figure this out. Where am I going? Did I go past the spot? Here it is. Alright. Why am I not finding my quest person? The hell? It's up there on that cliff. I'm not in the right spot, and that does not go up to it. Hey, I figured it out. Okay, chapter 11.7.
Thank you for helping provide some meat and feathers for us, friends.
Each of them will sustain the Kintai, who tend the grove here in their own way. The meat for food and the feathers are as fletching for our arrows. Sometimes we lose sight of the need for such tasks as these, with our eyes always upon the importance of our overall charge.
How can I bear this pain?
We will safeguard the mementos and seeds you recovered. We may fade from the world, but there will be a memory of us in the trees. Thank you, Lorandin.
I cannot muster the strength.
There are two in my care who suffer as they fade. Atarshan can no longer wield a blade or move freely outside the oasis. The other, Philidal, can no longer leave the spot where she sits. Each looks to me to fulfill a wound or oath to be at peace before they fade. I have not the heart to tell them there is nothing I can do. I wonder, will you assist them? Atarshan is found in the central island, and Philidal can be found on the island closest to the shore.
I have something to ask of Thorashil, but I fear it may be considered impolite. I have seen a number of elves sitting or standing at various locations around the grove. Their eyes open, but unaware of their surroundings.
Is this a manner of restful sleep among the Kintai? Whoops.
Your friend's question is not impolite. The ways of the Kintai may seem unusual to others,
As the ways of the elders seem to us. Thorashil rests a finger upon her cheek, considering how best to explain this practice of her people. My people awoke as did other elves, but we did not follow Taknun the hunter when he led the others on the long road west. The Kintai chose to stay in these lands, for they were filled with natural beauty, and Taknun's destination seemed unknown and frightening to us. We were unwilling to follow him there, and for that the Eldar gave us an insulting name. I will not speak it here. Instead, the Kintai name ourselves Tarthai, those who remained. We dwelt in the emerald wood of Nisagim, as I have told you, and despite the harm caused there by Morgoth's servants and finished more recently by the Empire of Ordok, we never felt the Eldar's desire to travel the westward road. The place your friend names Valinor is not open to us, and we want it not.
Because my people are not drawn to Valinor, the eldest among them were very old during the later years of the Second Age.
Their wariness of the world was so great that some of these Kintai began to fade, falling into trances while their bodies passed away to dust. This was not the end, though their material bodies were gone. Their spirits were free to wander as wraiths, which we of the Kintai name Vari. Some of the Vari wander invisibly throughout the lands in which they once walked, whispering on the wind but unable to make clear their wishes. Others who feel a strong bond with a particular location have been known to become guardians of the oasis and groves throughout Shangana. If a Kintai feels such a strong connection during their lifetime, he or she may prepare to undergo the fading process at one of the beloved locations. The trance-like state of Throthul that precedes fading may take only a short time, or it may take much longer. Some of the Kintai you see here at Shonith have been preparing themselves to fade for years. When one of the Kintai finally enters Throthul at one of our groves, it is our custom to fashion a Varoth around them. The Varothi may be difficult for you to understand. Perhaps you would like to speak to Atarshan about this aspect of the fading process. He will appreciate the company. Look for him on the easternmost island in the water. You may reach it by use of the bridges. Okay. More stuff to do here. I could use the bridges, or I could just swim across. I think I'll go for a swim. I mean, who doesn't want to go for a swim with, you know, their armor on. I mean, it seems like the most appropriate thing to me, doesn't it to you?
I cannot muster the strength.
I know Thorashil has no time for me or Atasharon. I am touched she sent you to aid me and him. She does not know the weight I carried out of the old oasis to the west. My mother is there still. She will dwell there forever, as I will in this oasis. I left her to fate, rooted, as I am now, to a spot she could not depart. The wrathful spirits swarmed her as she fell to final slumber, and I left. I did not look back. Now, friend, I want to claim something of hers. Her tomb's location will be obvious. Her necklace is there. I should like to know that some of the wrathful spirits there met a final fate. Okay, don't know where she wants me to go, but we'll find that out. There's another one over here, I think. Oh, back out here again. Give me just a minute here. Alright, continue on. Kenta Elf, so-and-so sways slightly within. I couldn't read that. It's the background graphics was making it difficult to see it, and then it was gone in an instant. You introduce yourself to Atarshun and await his response. Thorashil does too much. I am pleased she found you. I will tell you my tale and leave you a choice. Once, long ago, I made an oath to a man at a Kanag north of this oasis. I made this oath after he risked his life for mine, when an Orkai soldier cast me off my oryx while I rode across the wild. When the man called me to see my debt through, I was unable. He perished at the hands of the Orkai. I have mourned his passing and my failure since. He walks the ruins of the Kanag north and west of here, and I would see him set to rest. I give this gift of water. Take this gift to his spirit. And also, do this other quest.
Be not afraid, friends. The process is a natural one.
Atarshun breathes deeply, seemingly unconcerned with the tree limbs that surround him. You tell him that Thorashil wanted him to tell you about something called a Varoth. This is mine, my friend. You might call a Varoth a tree tomb. My people weave the red-leaved sarlash trees around the body of a Kinta who has begun to fade, and from then on the two grow together. When the Kinta has at last become dust, the Varoth remembers the shape of the body and serves as a memorial to the faded one. The ritual preparation of the Varoth binds the Kinta to the grove in which it grows, and his spirit can then watch over the place he so loved. Concerned, you asked Atarshun if you have hindered his process of fading with your questions. He smiles. Trouble yourselves not, my friends. I am not afraid to fade, as some among my kind may be, but I find myself appreciating even short conversations as this as my time approaches. They become less frequent as every day passes. Alright, so that's going to give us a quest over in this area. It's like they just keep giving more quests. So, that's both of those. And 11.8 is, this is one of those situations where they're showing me where you go back to when you finish the quest. So the Western Shona. Oh, this one actually I think does want me to go back and talk to him. Okay. It's hard to tell because some of the quests will show you on the map where you go back to when you finish it, and some of them are actually showing where you need to go to at that moment. It's a little on the confusing side. So that is the wrong way. That's the lower area. We're wanting to get up to the top area.
Did our Taishun speak to you?
You tell Thurashil that he did, and that he seems very content to fade in the manner of his people. Thurashil sighs. Atoshan and I have given you an incomplete picture of the Kentai, friends, and for that I apologize. It is only right that I remedy that oversight. If you would learn more of my people, you should seek out wow, that's a hard one. Silurtas. At this time of day, she is often to be found at Erotur, where many wrathful spirits linger. Erotur is to the northwest of Shonith. Holy crap, some of these names. So where's this one hiding at? I don't see that one blinking. That one's way over there. That may be that one right here. I think that's what that is. Yes, that appears to be it. So let's see if we can make our way out of the valley here. I want to check something, because remember we saw that way in, I thought, over here. Is there a way out over here, or was that just looking like it could go to here? I'm thinking it was just looking like it could go here. I don't think it really can. That was our favorite rock that we can walk through. Is this it? No, this is not it. Hey, look, another one we can walk through. Oh, that's an interesting one. Can't see, I have no idea if I'm going to the right spot or not. Excuse me while I ride through this mountain. There it is, we found the path up. Alright, perfect. So we're going to be heading over here and here. Let's go ahead and switch to our war steed so we can move fast. Oops. Too fast. Stop and do the right thing. Holy crap. Squirrel City. I didn't turn my chat on earlier. There it is. In case anybody just feels the desire to chat, you can now see your chat over that way. Hey, look, it's one of those bugs. We need them. Or worms, I should say. Ah, screw that. There's another worm right over here. Looks like we're walking. We'll walk for a little while, see if we see very many more worms. I see one right there. Well, poopy. More worms, I like this. Oh, I just realized. Okay, my Slayer accelerator is gone. So we need to add another one. Let me pull up the store here. And let's go to favorites. And come down here to this one. There we are. Get rid of our store thing. Now we can go in here and use it. Alright, now we have an additional 6 hours on that. Any more worms? Don't see any. Alright, let's get back on our mount for a while till we see more worms. It's amazing how well the War Steeds work on a 64-bit server as opposed to how they used to work on the 32-bit servers. They were absolutely horribad on the 32-bit servers. Horrible. Oh, there's one right there. There's one. This is the way. There we are. I can see much better now. Just as I was about to run, I saw a worm coming out of the right. Quest for that one, just checking, see if my current one was that. I see a worm. This is the area, right? Yeah. Looks like I need to kill these things as well. What's over here? An empty village. Nobody here. I got a feeling we were supposed to be up on top up there looking at the map. I may have screwed up, I don't know, but we'll figure it out. Let's go up here and hang a right. Oh crap, there we are. I got, whoa, we went through okay, that's awesome. And we went through, I don't even know how to state what just happened there. That was all sorts of what the hell. Alright, let's run over this way, see what we can find. So there's something circled out here on the map. What is it I'm here for? Right now I'm just getting harvestable. It's popping. Oh, I see it on the mini map. Looks like it's moving too. There, wandering shade. Oh, I've seen this guy before. Shade halts its moaning and looks at your gift. Water. Water was his pledge. Water was his oath. He did not come when I called. I thirsted. I choked on the sand. I died. Now as he passes from the world, he fulfills his oath. The spirit tilts the water back as if drinking. As I fade, so shall he. With the oath fulfilled, the shade is appeased and can rest. Okay, so that part's done. I think the white area here is for killing the undeads, is my guess. Hey, thanks for the follow. I greatly appreciate that. Let's kill this Motto Krabon. I don't know how to pronounce that. Really, I don't have a clue how to pronounce that. Let's see. I really think that what they're wanting me to do is to kill more of the shades. In fact, it says collect Philadel's mother's necklace, as well as killing 8 of them. So that's what's going on. There's one. Alright. I'm assuming that at some point I'll kill one and it'll say you found the necklace or something. That's my thought process here. I think they'll be everywhere. I'm going to go across to go over there to those 2 things I need to do on that side of the desert, and we'll probably find them along the way is what I'm thinking. I don't know that it has to be in that little spot where I was at there. Oh hell, here's one right here. Let's kill it as mounted. I'm not a fan of the mounted combat. I don't hate it, but I'm not a super fan of it. Mainly because I just don't do that much damage on this guy in mounted combat. So it seems like I could kill him faster if I got off the mount and fought him. But every once in a while I feel like giving the mounted combat another shot, you know? It's fun every so often. We'll kill this one that way too. Go out here, turn around and charge back towards him. Oh, whoops. I killed the donkey that was standing in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's another one down. Poor donkey. Donkey! Question is, should I go up that to get there? I don't think I should. I really don't. I think I should go around this way. I'm probably wrong, but looking at the map, I'm just thinking I should go this way. It's my theory. This looks painful. Oh, okay, that is a ramp. Alright, we'll go down it. Alright, something down here we gotta do. Oh, there's Sigilith right there.
This must be Selirtas, the Kinta of whom Tharashil spoke.
Who are you? What are you doing here? This is not a place of safety.
You introduce yourself and tell her that Tharashil asked for you to speak with Aethorshan and Silithras to learn more about their people. Silurtos stares at you coldly. Tharashu is well-meaning, but she is also misguided. She thinks to hasten the process, but I know such a thing cannot be sped along without cost. Athershun spoke to you of the fading of the Kentai, I assume? He welcomes it. He eagerly awaits the loss of his awareness, the onset of the Torthul trance, the cold embrace of the Sarlashi to grow around him, the prison of his Varoth. I know it is expected of me to do the same, but I cannot. I am frightened of these things. Know you why I come so often to Otur? It is because when a Kenta resists fading, and is instead slain in battle, their spirit is loosed upon the world. They become wandering, restless spirits, increasingly wrathful and hostile. I come here to see what awaits me if I do not fade, seeking to convince myself to undergo the process. I have not yet succeeded.
And so I continue to fight the fading to which my people succumb. It is painful, but I have not yet given in to it.
Unless my heart is greatly changed, I cannot imagine myself becoming content enough to fade in the manner of Atharsan or others among the Kentai. Why do I fight it so? I will show you. The river Ulsa once flowed through this land, but now only its dry bed remains. Walk within that empty channel west of here and examine the sand within it. You will come to better understand me. Okay, so I need to go walk through some sand apparently. Really? Come here. Yeah, that was 8 of 8. Did I find the, Nope, I haven't gotten the necklace yet. These are not where you get the necklace. Now I understand. The necklace is going to be over here, isn't it? It is collected. It's a wounded heart. That's this one. Ah, it's right out here somewhere. There it is. Got it. Okay. That part's taken care of. Where's the sand? Examine sand in the driver. That's chapter 11.9. That's this. Where's it blinking? Oh, that over there. Okay. Seems to be in this direction, more or less. Alright, take a ride up here. Let's go ahead and get on our mountain. Sand falls through your fingers. Okay. And that's supposed to tell me why? Seems odd to me. Oh, look, sand. It fell through my fingers. Ooh. And there should be another spot here somewhere. I have found palm branches, but I haven't found sand. No sand yet, even though I have now left the area. Okay, let's get off the mountain. It's another one of those situations where there's something on the ground I gotta pick up, but they put a bunch of ground spawns around it so that you can't find it easily. Ah, God, where is it? It's right over here. So there it is. This is one of the few places where water still connects, where the river Yulsa once flowed. Continue further north, it says. Up that way. We get our ordinary mount this time. There's the sand. Okay, let's deal with this monster that's chasing me. Alright.
More than 120 years ago, these lands were green and bountiful.
The banks of the river Ulsal were alive with a riot of beautiful vegetation. I understand the folk who dwelt beside it named it the Abundant Kingdom in their language, and I can think of no name more appropriate for the thriving land of my memory. But then Ordok came. With terrible magic, the sorcerers of that empire caused the drying of the river Ulsal and its most important tributaries. Marshes shrank away to nothing, and the riverlands withered and burned. None of my people know for certain, but I believe the blight that wasted the Emerald Wood came north with the Ordokai when they caused this great dearth, and that is why... Silitris falls silent in the middle of her thought. Sigilith waits politely for Silitris to resume her story, but the Kinta remains silent. What happened following the invasion of the Ordokai after the Great Dearth? Sigilith prompts her. Silitris stares blankly forward, seemingly unaware of your presence.
What can be done? We cannot leave her here, but neither can we carry her back to Shonith.
What can be done, Lorandon? What should be done? We cannot leave her here, but neither can we carry her back to Shonith.
What? Oh, I must apologize. I hope I did not worry you.
Silitris shakes her head and looks around at the dry riverbed in which the three of you stand. I told you I fight the fading experienced by my people. On occasion, I become untethered from my surroundings, losing my grip upon the material world. It can take the form of a loss of awareness. Think not that I welcome such moments. I fight against them always, keeping my hands and my mind busy with whatever task the Kintai of Shonith need completed. But it is painful. It would be easy for any other to succumb, to sit down within one of our groves and fade as have so many of my people, but not Silitris. Why did I bring you to the river Ulsal? You remind Silitris that she wanted to show you something of her reasons for resisting the fading of the Kintai, and that the dry riverbed was somehow a part of it. She nods with understanding. Yes, I remember now. When a Kintai enters the trance of Torthul and is entombed within the Sarlashi trees that compose Averoth, they become bonded to their grove. They remain there through the years, ever watchful but unable to affect the world outside. Can you imagine the frustration of remaining a prisoner for untold centuries while the land you love rots and dies all around you? Can you imagine the sorrow of watching as the river Ulsal dries up and the great dearth withers the beauty you remember into a dead or dying shadow, with you unable to prevent or reverse it? So I choose not to fade. If that means I must remain ever vigilant and constantly active, then that is what I shall be. I intended to slay lizards or Avank to the southwest before I return to Shonith. Let us together defeat them. I appreciate the company, and the two of you are fine listeners. Okay. So she wants us to go over here and fight things that way. We need more cribbins! More cribbins! Send out more birds! No lizards, isn't that what she wants us to kill? Yes, it is. Alright. Sigla calls for you to join her among the southern sands. That way. Let's get on our war steed. There's a wild donkey!
I have found the body of a dead man.
Thank you. This might be Saduk, who disappeared from Gaboru.
No, I do not think this dead man is Saduk after all.
I think this man might have been Belakad, Lorandon. I think this was the son of Belacor, and he was the last of the heirs of the Castamere. This man is not dead. His breathing is shallow, but he lives for now.
He lives still. He will not live for long without water.
He may already have gone too long without it. Here, give him some of this, but slowly, or you might harm more than heal. Some of the water passes his parched lips, but more of it spills onto the sand.
That may help him if he is not already beyond saving.
How did he come to be so far from the road? What happened to him after he left the tomb of Nagrambar, where we lost his trail? He would not have purposefully left his satchel in that tomb if he planned to spend days alone in the heat, Lorandon. Silurtus, would your people give their aid to a man this near to death?
The Kintai do not willingly refuse their aid when they have the ability to give it.
I will return with haste to Shonith and tell Thottershil there is need for her healing arts.
I have a question for you.
As the son of Belacor and the last of the heirs of Castamere, Belakad is undeniably an enemy of not only the kingdom of Gondor, but of my people specifically. The hatred of the Airsworn for elves is well known. It is in our power to help him. If our paths had not crossed his, he likely would have died without our knowledge. And yet here we stand. What is the right course? You give Siglith your opinion, and she nods. It is a difficult question, but this is my answer. If the healing arts of the Kintai are sufficient to coax him back to health, he may tell us what Azagath and Nakasi are planning, or where they have gone. Whatever he knows may be of crucial importance to us. It is perhaps a meaningless choice, Lorandon, for Silurtus has already gone to tell Thottershil what we have found. To return now without him would be difficult to explain. Let us go to the Oasis of Shonith and learn if the healing arts of the Kintai will resolve this philosophical difficulty for us, or raise further such questions. So, do we run all the way back? Yep, this place is now done. Okay, let's call back over here to Shinoth. Shinoth! Okay, move this out of the way. First place we'll go is up here to talk to them about the person that we sent back. I think this is the right way. There comes Elvis, my pretty kitty.
Celetas has told me of your dead man, and a place has been made for him.
The healers who dwell here at Shonith will see what can be done for his injuries, but he spent too long exposed to the harsh environment of the desert to recover quickly or completely. A single day and night without cover would be too many, and he suffered several. It is not customary for the Kintai to welcome men such as he to our groves. He is here at your request, and Sigilus. The two of you must be responsible for him. You will find him behind the pavilions to the north of the water here in Shonith. Okay. Over this way. We got those other two quests to turn in. Oh, we went by one of them here.
Leave me alone, outsider.
A tear falls from her eye. This means the world to me, friend. You are selfless. I have no words but ones of thanks for what you did for me. Where's he at? Oh, there he is. All is as it should be. He is right. I made an oath to that man. I made an oath that I did not honor, and so I needed to make amends before I could fade. And I have, thanks to you. Return to Thurashil. Tell her I am prepared. Okay, and we need to go find that thing over there. Where's he at? Can I go in here? Nope. There he is. Balakhead's voice is dry and raspy. He stares wildly around himself, and you are put in mind of an animal caught in a trap. He sees the elves gathered nearby, and his cracked lip curls up in a sneer. You are going to kill me. You tell him that the elves of the oasis have agreed to try and heal his various hurts, and may have already saved his life. You ask him how he came to be by himself in the desert, and say, too, that you know the water-bearer, Saduk, helped him escape from the kindred of the coins. Despite the sun damage and his scorched skin, the expression of confusion on his face is readily apparent. How do you know all this? He asks.
There is no freedom for me. I have only traded one set of captors for another, and then another.
The Ordokai want me dead. The kindred freed me from them, but only so they might have the privilege of seeing me slain. And these elves. Belakad weakly raises an arm to gesture at the Kintai nearby. His mouth drops open with an expression of disgust and alarm. What is wrong with this one? Silertus stands beside the wounded man, her expression slack and her eyes empty and unseen. Belakad stares up at her with an expression of disgust visible on his sun-damaged face.
She lives, but she is unaware of her surroundings. She works some vile elf magic against us.
Remember that you live only at the behest of the Keen Tai, Balakad.
It would be wise to keep a politic tongue in your head, or you may find yourself once again left to die in the desert. That is what happened to you, is it not? You left Nergambar in the company of Azagoth and Nakasi, but your new friends thought to abandon you within the inhospitable waste. They exhausted whatever use they had of you and left you to die.
They are no friends of mine.
He hisses, and you are surprised to see the quivering of his eyes. If he was not so parched, he might weep. If I tell you what they said, you will let me go. You will not allow these elves to work their terrible enchantments upon me.
I would tell you what they said. I would tell you everything.
Belakad seems almost desperate to earn your promise that the Kintai will not enchant him. Interesting.
Azagoth slew my captors in Jerush, but I felt no gratitude to him. I fled from him, seeking somewhere to hide.
Memories of my frightening escape from Jarush flashed before my eyes. The Ordokai barring Azagoth's approach to my cell, the intruder raising his arms, the soldiers falling to the floor as his dark sorcery stole the very life from their bodies. I knew he would follow me, but I sought to get as far from his dreadful presence as I could. Even as I cowered in the tomb, I knew no chamber would be deep enough to hide me from him. You might have saved us some effort, son of Balakor. Was the hospitality of my city insufficient? Your city, Umbar Baharbel, belonged to my father and to my mother. When they sold it to the Hall of Ordok, they gave up all claim to it. The kindred of the coins has given it back to the Umbari people. And when the song is ready... Let us not speak of that in front of an enemy, Nakasi. How can it matter? He will not leave this chamber. Even through the haze of my fear, one thing was clear to me. Azagoth and Nakasi might have possessed a shared purpose, but their tolerance for each other began already to wear thin. Whatever they hoped to accomplish, every day that passed wore upon their alliance. In my desperation, I hoped to take advantage of their eroding trust for each other, but I could think of no effective means of accomplishing it. I must be more useful to you alive. That depends upon what you can tell us, Balakad. I can tell you the location of an army of Airsworn. They prepare to retake the city, only I can order them to relent. He thinks we are stupid. Tell him the manner of his death, Nakasi, if he fails to tell us something of use. Nakasi removed from her garment a small glass phial containing an oily substance that glittered even in the dim light of the chamber. I knew it for its terrible reputation. Nargok, the hungry fire, longest burning and deadliest of the alchemic weapons ever used in war throughout Shagana and in Umbar. My father searched for stores of Nargok that might have evaded destruction over the centuries, but he never found any. The last sages who knew the secret of its making were put to the sword 100 years ago. Even so small a quantity of Nargok as Nakasi possessed has not been seen in Umbar for many years. I believe the hungry fire had left the world. A member of my crew was born some leagues to the east of here. He spoke of a coda of a Hamat Talkuli to resist the Church of the All-Seeing. While his son watched, the priest made him drink a small portion of Nargok. They say he burned for days. Now, this phial of the hungry fire is quite small. For how long do you think you will burn? No, no. I will tell you what you want to know. Who helped you escape from my city? A water bearer named Saduk. Not Saduk. I want to know who suggested that he free you. I don't know. You still think it was one of us? The heirs of Castamere are finished. One of ours seeks to advance his position. Or her position. Even through the haze of my fear, the realization dawned upon me, not only do Azagoth and Akasi not trust each other, every member of their ruling kindred fears and distrusts the others. I did not believe I would live long enough to take advantage of this knowledge, but it brought to me a calm I never thought to feel again. The kindred of the coins that displaced the heirs of Castamere will not much longer survive to rule Umbar. The seeds of their undoing are already planted, and they have done it themselves. The knowledge brought me peace, even as my new captors discussed the manner of my death. The time has come for you to die, Balakad. Nakasi, stop. The Nargok is too precious to waste on such as he. We will not want for Nargok if your map proves true, but if it does not, you promised me the song would devastate Gondor, Azagoth. And it will, Nakasi. But we need not waste the hungry fire on a defeated enemy. Will you again use the pin that Koltek delivered from Kardum? Nathal, the biter? I think not. The use of it leaves me unwell. I have not yet recovered from its use in Jaurush. Let the desert take him. The plot thickens. They led me out into
into the desert with a ragged cloth tied over my eyes.
We walked for most of the night. At last Nakasi hit me upon the head with the hilt of her weapon, and senselessly I collapsed into the sand. When I awoke, there was no sign of them. The wind had covered their tracks. I sought to make my way northward under the burning sun. But thirst and delirium slowed my progress. I fell down rocky slopes and considered giving up, letting the sand cover me, but as death approached, I resolved not to let it end that way. Always I stood again and continued my desperate march from the desert. Did I survive the desert only to fall victim to the unnatural sorceries of elves? No. No!
The King Tai will do nothing against your will, Balahad.
Unless you want not the healing of your body and your mind. But I am most concerned with your description of the glass phial Nakasi kept upon her person. From this account it appears they possess a small quantity of Nargok, and seek to obtain more by making use of the map Azagoth took from the Makta Korbo. My knowledge of this substance is limited, but it sounds very dangerous. At some point during Balakad's tale, Silurtus regained her awareness. She turns now to you with her eyes alight. I am intrigued by this man's story and wish to know more about the villains who tortured him so. If I might help you prevent them from reaching their goal, I would do so. Such an adventure will surely forestall my fating, but that is not my only reason for suggesting it. I have before heard of this Morgoth, this hungry fire, and my people will be endangered for as long as such a thing exists in the world. What more can this Balakad tell us of the hungry fire? Balakad grimaces with pain and refuses to speak any further.
He knows more than what he wishes to say to us.
If he can better ease his pain, he may be willing to speak further of the hungry fire. If we can better. Okay. So I get to choose something here. These looks like shoulder items. Let's take a look, see if they look special in any way. Kind of intriguing. Let's go back to reset what it normally is. I like my set that I have, but that is not bad. Let's see what we can do in the way of putting a die to it. Okay, so the die just affects this little spot here on the end. Still, it's not a bad set. Let's see what the stats are. It's got might. That's good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Let's see what the others look like. There's the... what is this? The medium armor. It's a good look. And the light. Okay. That's not bad. Let's go ahead and take the heavy.
We must show
And
this
we'll
man
put
we
it
will harm
on.
him not, unless he inflicts some injury upon the Kinta people or
What
our
is this
grove.
here? Oh, the Song of Waves and Wind theme part 2. That's awesome. We got us a house item. That's the music. Let's see. We must show this man we will harm him not unless he inflicts some injury upon the Kinta people or our grove. His hurts are severe, but if our healers are permitted to tend them, he may recover. Collect a jar from the front of this pavilion to fill with water from the deepest area of the pool. Speak also to Idhorod nearby, for she is lately arrived from Vartulen and brings with her great knowledge of the healing arts. She may have some advice of use to us. Okay. Alright, we got the jar, and here's the person I believe we need to speak to.
I observed the two of you as you brought that dying man to Shonice. He trusts not my people.
Perhaps we share that feeling. I dwelled in the emerald wood of Nissigum before the blight killed the trees, and it was men that unleashed it. No, it was not his doing. I know the lives of men are short, and he could not have been born when Nissigum withered. But I know also his kind. I am a healer. I will give you a cloth to dampen in the pool so his pains may be eased. Perhaps in gratitude he will leave the Kintai be and never return. Be sure to collect water from the deepest part of the pond. Water from the shallower reaches will not be as effective. Okay. So it appears we gotta get a jar of water and dampen some water in the deepest parts. I wonder where the deepest... Oh! You dampen the cloth and fill your jar with water from the deepest part of the oasis. Okay, so we'll go back. That was fast. That was not difficult at all.
Ah, you bring the items we sought from Id, right? Very good.
You help Belakad hold the jar you fill with clean water from the oasis, and he manages to drink. After a few moments, he looks up at you with a guarded expression. We are not friends. These elves are alien to me, and I do not trust them. As soon as I am well enough to walk, I will leave this place and never return. But you and these elves are... You are right about something. If the kindred finds the hidden cache of Morgoth they seek... Belakad falls silent, mopping his forehead with the damp cloth you brought from Idhrod. In Gondor they named it Umbari Fire, for they knew not of its long use in these lands, and only learned of it when it was used against them. But my father knew. He dreamed of harnessing it against his enemies, but even with all the men at his command, he could find no stores of it. He believed it gone from the world. It should be gone, as Gath and Nikasi must not find the hidden stockpile they seek. They will set the world aflame.
I would not agree with the heirs of Castamere about very many things. We have found the single exception.
We must catch up to our traveling companions and tell them we have learned what our quarry seeks. If Silurtis is to join us, as she has suggested to me, we will need to seek permission from Thorashil. Okay, so it looks like we need to go talk to the main person up here. We have 2 quests turned into him anyway, so let's go do that. And we're getting close to what I think is wrapping up this region of Legacy of Morgoth. So we're probably going to do this, and they're going to give us the vector quest to go to the next area, at which point we will call it for this stream. But we shall find out shortly. Just as I was starting to figure out how to get around in this little area.
I cannot muster the strength.
I did not know the depth of pain that Philadel held, or the depth of Aterson's oath. Your assistance gives me pause, friend. I believe there's something we can do for the men of Kuldzagan. And she's giving me a follow-up. You are generous and kind. I misjudged you upon your arrival. Your selfless acts are indicative of a noble spirit. I see the wisdom of the men of Kuldzagan in sending you as their latest emissary. I am bound to my people, our land, and our fate. I cannot pledge an alliance. I will, however, provide the men a gift due to your assistance here in Shoneth. She hands you an empty phial. Collect water from the oasis near the 3 sister trees and present it to Atashan and Philadel. They will know what to do. After you speak with them, return the dram of water to me, and I will provide further instructions.
How can I bear this pain?
You inform Thorashil of Balakad's condition and his vow to depart the Shonith as soon as he is able to walk. You also ask for her permission to allow Silurtis to accompany you and Siglith on your journey eastward. I am the warden of this grove, but I have not the power to keep Silurtis from doing as she wishes. Had I that power, she might have already entered Throthul and begun to safely fade within a Varoth of her own. But I do not, and she insists upon fighting the process. If she truly wishes to go with you, I hope you will keep her safe. She fights the fading, but I understand the fight is painful, and even one so strong-willed as Silurtis cannot achieve victory in every battle. It is the lot of her people to fade, though she wishes otherwise.
The lands to the east are named Impula by the Shagani people, and for the King Tai, they are full of memories.
Some of those are painful, for we remember when the northern reaches of the Emerald Wood grew there, before it withered and died as a result of the blight brought by the Orakai. But others of those memories are joyful. The spirits of my own parents remain at the grove of Vartulun in Imhular. They faded long ago, but whenever I walk beside their trees, I feel their presence. The Kintai warden of Vartulun is Throvil. For decades, he has sought to find some means of reversing the blight. I suggest that you speak with him as you walk in Imhular. Perhaps speaking with him will help Silitus accept that she must fade. I do not really believe it will, but it is in my nature to remain hopeful. Okay, so we need to go back down here with the vials of water to those two people for what is probably the last follow-up of the non-epic quest line in this area. It's just my guess. Where am I? Hold on. I think I am going the wrong way. Oh, I gotta fill the vial. My bad. Then go see the two people. Oh, okay. It's the ones on the island, isn't it? Yeah, that's what it is. We'll just take a swim here. Take a look at the kinship, see who's online. Still a number of people online tonight.
Is there no end to our troubles?
She looks at the dram and nods. Therashil offers aid of another sort to the men. You did well to earn a measure of trust. She covers the dram with her hand and whispers an imperceptible word. When the time is right, this will aid the men of Kudzagan. Is that the right word? It says she covers the dram with her hand and whispers an imperceptible word. I think that's supposed to be an imperceptible word. A-N, not A-N-D. Just my thought. Little whispers a single word over the... Why can't I move forward? File of something. Of oasis water. Let's go to the other person over here. But yeah, I think that was a... that was the wrong word. What is this? A gift from Tharashil? He offers a smile. It is an oath. He presses his hands around the dram and whispers a word you cannot hear. I think when the time is right, this will be of great use to the men of Kudzagan. Okay, now we take it back to Tharashil. What was this over here? Oh, it's quartermaster. Okay. We'll check that before we leave here.
I cannot muster the strength.
Tharashil takes the dram of water in her hands and whispers an imperceptible word. This water, blessed and taken from the oasis, is a remnant of the Kentai and Kudzagan. Present it to Amalvi. She will rebuke us for not aiding her and value the gift less than she should. In time she will learn its value or pass it to another who will understand. You earned this gift for the men of Kadzagam. You earned our favor. You earned our thanks. If there are more like you in this world, perhaps our time is not yet over. Okay, so let's see. Quest. So we have a turn in back over here. And stuff along the way here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go check out this quartermaster over here. Then we'll go over to this, do this turn in, and that's where we'll call it for the night, because I don't want to leave the area. I still got some Slayer deeds I want to take care of when I get some time. Huh, there's a quest over here. We have forgotten more songs than we remember, and soon we shall sing no more. We safeguard these lands for a reason long ago, but we cannot recall why or how. Our time ends, but we are not without hope. The natural order comes undone all around us, and it is all we can do to sustain what bastions remain. We plan for an unclear future, fully aware we will not be part of it. We ask you this, the impossible. We invite you to support us, though we cannot support you in kind. Thredarlin and Elidel will speak more about our request should you desire to help. So there's yet another quest over here, or quest line over here. So no, we're not done with this area yet. I'm not going to take the question. Well, actually, yeah, but I want to check the barter items is what I'm trying to say. What is this? I will teach you the fantastic fern skill. Place down a magnificent potted fern. Can I buy that? Oh, my standing is too low. Oh, they've got a lot of stuff. Are these? These are the what do they call them? Baubles. I think these are the baubles. Yeah, prized flower. Oh, okay. So this is where the baubles part of this expansion comes in. I remembered reading something about it, but I had no idea what it was. Interesting. Okay. Alright, let's read what the quest thing's got going on. Our gifts are not the usual bounty you find from men. While trappings are necessary to survive in the wild, we tend to use our abilities to coexist with our surroundings rather than destroy or harvest them for personal purposes or gain. We will share our knowledge and gifts with those worthiest of them. Ensure that you speak with Thredarlin.
How can I help?
The Goltress carries the weight of many losses with her and is slow to believe there is good in the world. I believe there is still good and hope. Your willingness to speak with me shows me this is not untrue. Our numbers thin, this is true, but our duty remains. We seek harmony with the natural world and will work to maintain careful balance. Your aid in restoring and maintaining all things natural and pure will draw us closer and earn what gifts we can afford to provide. Please ensure you speak with Aladal, which we already have. We shall honor your efforts if you honor our place. The world grows darker, and we only hope to bring more light before we can no longer see. We will not beg your assistance. We will reward your kindness with our own. We are the Adurhid. In the common tongue, we are called the Oasis Elves or Kintai. A fitting name. Now you know us. Will you help us? That was it? So what happened there? Your reputation with them has increased. Alright, so let's check our reputation. That's the wrong one. Here we are. So it's ADUR, that's them there. And we are an outsider right now. Okay, let's do some tasks. We probably have task items. Okay, so that one has nothing, and this one has stuff, and this one has nothing. Sort. Alright, leathered sword sheath. We got 10 of those. Notched axe. We got a ton of those. Sand-baked hide. Oh yeah, we got a ton. Sand-scarred ear. Got enough for one turn in. Scorched goo. Enough for one. And sun-bronzed claw. Got enough for 2 turn-ins on that one. Getting 300 rep for each one of those. Hold it. I don't think I have the leather one anymore now. Notched axe, plenty. We can do the notched axe over and over until I run out of tasks that I can do. And this gets me, yeah, 300. So we'll just do that until I run out of tasks for the day. That was it. Oh, actually, we just made neutral with Kentai. Deeds bestowed, deed completed. So we still can. Nope. Okay, yeah, we can still go. We still got more tasks for the day. We are neutral now, though, so that's awesome. Can't remember how many I can do per day. I've opened up more with mithril coins over time as this is my main character. There we are, task limit reached. So my task limit is 14 per day on this guy. At some point I'll open up even more. Let's see, so yeah, our reputation is now neutral. Does neutral allow me to buy anything?
How can I help?
It does. Let's get a fantastic fern. Alright, so this is our fantastic fern. We right click it. There it is. Now I want to see if I was right. Fantastic fern, there it is. And what does it do? I can right click it, but it doesn't do anything. I don't know what the... Okay, it's another bauble at least. You know, it's like Pokemon. You got to collect them all and everything. You got to get all the check boxes. This is another set of check boxes for me, okay? So I've got this one. So I'm at 6 of 48 baubles now. We don't need this taking up space though on our hotbar. Let's see what else we can get. So we'll just do neutral so we don't get everything else, so it's just this page, and there's no more because this is a house item. Small kapak, climbing so and so. These are plants, I believe. Oh, that's an archway. That's a column. Another column. There's some music. I'd love to get the music. I mean, why not? But you can only put so many out, you know what I mean? So winning crop is in the acquaintance. Friend has prized flower. Sharp seed husker recipe. What is this? A sharp tool made to carefully remove the outer husk of a seed without damaging the embryo. Oh, those are those seeds I see everywhere all over the place out there, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe, I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure. Huh. That is interesting. Ally will give us a long bird call and a calming flower pot. And then what is kindred? Camping chair. Oh, hell. I gotta have a camping chair, because I imagine it's gonna let you sit there in it. Tome of the injured bat. Friendly. Okay, so you get an injured bat pet. Okay, so the chair bauble makes it to where I have to get to kindred, because I'll have to collect that. I have to. What? How can I not collect that? That's going to be... Oh my god, there's a cozy shelter even. Oh man. Camping chair, there it is. I don't know why they don't show it to you here. That would have been really cool if they had a preview. I don't understand why they don't. Okay, I like that. I am super into that. Does the other people have... They don't have barter stuff either. No, they don't. Okay. Okay, we need to go do that turn-in over here at Barabul. That's actually not Barabul. That's Galburu. Is that Galburu? Nope. And that one is. Okay, let's go do that turn-in. Okay, finally figured out where the baubles are. I wonder if that was at one of the ones in the first zone and I didn't find it. You know, if there was a quartermaster there somewhere. There may have been and I missed it. I don't know, I'm going to have to look that up. Because that is a possibility that I missed it. Up this way. That's just funny though, I can put out a fantastic fern now.
This valley belongs to the Shagani, and no one else.
She sends me water? I need warriors, not water. You explain Tharashil's reasoning. A look of acceptance and understanding creeps onto Amalabi's face as you speak. Leadership is filled with fraught decisions. If there is a purpose for this water, we shall learn it. For now, we wait for the seed we planted to take root. Thank you for trying, Lorandon. Here we get to choose a wrist item. So it's got high vitality, parry, and evade. I really don't think it's better than what I got. There's another wrist. Vitality, finesse, tactical mitigation. Oh, hold on. There may be one down here. Finesse, range, and physical. And what's the last one? No, don't need that one. Finesse rating and physical mitigation. I like my tactical mitigation, honestly. Okay, finesse and tactical. That's the one I currently have over there. It's the exact same thing. Yeah, we're just going to choose one. Alright, no follow-up. So we have finished that now. Alright. So all we got left to do here in this zone is, well, not all we have, but one of the things I know we have is the Slayer deeds. So, Hutterdwaith, Slayer. We have the Sand Sifters. We need not many more. And that's it. That's the last one, is the Sand Sifters. I know there's a bunch of Sand Sifters right out here. So let's do it. Let's do that. Let's make that the last thing for the video tonight. There's a little valley out there. A little hidden valley, and I know there's a bunch of Sand Sifters in it. We can finish it quick right out there. I just need to ride over to Jarush, and from there I can ride out to that little area I'm talking about. Stable Master, here we are.
Yoo! It is good to see you.
Jarush, there we are. Wrong way. Right down there in that valley, I believe, is some. And there we are. There's some right there. We'll have this finished in no time. That was it, my friends. Deed completed. Now, it didn't show what the deed was, but it was here somewhere. Title awarded. Vanquisher of Kudzagan and deed bestowed. So that was completing the Slayer of Kudzagan. We've got Slayer of Ambarul, so on, so on, so on. So the other 3 areas of the 4 that are part of this expansion. But we got this one done at least. And 10 free Lotro points for that. I do want to check something here. So, wow. Yeah, we did 74% of Kudzagan. We only did 60% of Ambarul. So we still need to go back and do a lot of stuff in Ambarul. We got an exploration deed. Not a whole lot left in this area. Whereas if we look in Ambarul, that was the first area for Legacy Morgoth, we got 1 Slayer right there, and that would finish the Slayers of Ambarul. So that's all we got is the Brigands. That shouldn't be hard to finish, honestly, but I'm not going to do that tonight. So these 4 here at the bottom, Ambarul, Kudzagan, Amhular, and Orashdar, I believe those 4 are the regions of the Legacy of Morgoth expansion. These 3 at the top are Corsairs of Umbar, and then also some places in Gondor were part of that as well. Alright, yeah, that's fantastic. Let's go ahead and call back to Jarush. And we'll check our reward track real quick before we call it. Our inventory here. There's our reward track. We're up to 72. 75, we get Elvish Outpost coffer. Let's see what we have going on here. Do need that. I'll take might, thank you very much. And tactical mitigation. Physical, no, actually, critical rating. Need all the ancient script I can get. We did get one tracery. What is this? Devastating strike damage. Nope, don't have it on this current build. Let me see, which one is that? That's traceries. It's this one. Put that in here. We need to use this might. Actually, first let me sell a couple of things here so they don't end up getting used for it. What was this? It's old. And it can't be broken down. There we are. Now let's use it. Alright, so this was the might. Yep. Okay, we don't have anything that can use it right now. Alright, that's what I wanted to make sure of. Tactical mitigation. Those are our new shoulders. Do I want to use that or crit? Yeah, let's go ahead and use it. There we are. So these can be put away. That's going to be this one. Okay. That is taken care of. And this is going to be a tracery. Let's go ahead and throw that in our shared storage in the LI area. We're up to 17 of those. Crafting. And before we get out of here, let's head over to the kinship house. Just kind of wrapping things up here, everybody. Be sure to head over to Ferone.com where you can find the links to all of my channels, as well as the link to our Discord server so that you can get on there if you'd like to join us on the Peregrine server. Go to the introductions area, introduce yourself, get you some access, you can come hang out with us. And by the way, like I said, you can find links to all my channels. I have multiple channels. On twitch.tv/Ferone, please follow. And over on youtube.com/Ferone1, please subscribe, leave a like, and a comment. I greatly appreciate it. Be sure to drop by our kinship house here, and you can use the ingredient crate and the premium ingredient crate every single day to get yourself some universal ingredient packs. You can use these when crafting. That makes it where you don't have to use any materials to use it. Hey, thanks for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. So yeah, you can use those instead of ingredients. So you make stuff. It'll bind the item that you make to yourself, but if you're making gear for yourself, there's no reason not to do that. Let's go inside the kinship house here and see if I can put any of these items in that I have in my bag. Got a few items, actually more than a few. If I can remember how to get upstairs. Maybe we can put something here. I don't know. Now let's go upstairs. Place is kind of a maze. Turn off names. It looks better without the names floating above every single item you go past. Let's see. There was a room over here that I was just throwing some stuff in. Oh, that already had a floor already. Oh, the other things I put on the walls are gone. Well, it's an open room, so we've got spots to put things. Let's see. I was wanting to see what this actually looks like. So let me click on this and right click it. I thought I clicked the right thing. There we are, floor. Click that. So I don't, where is it? Oh, it's that dark covering that's over the ground there. That's intriguing. Let's put the other thing back. So I like that floor there. What else do we got? We got a pig and a blanket thing. Let's click on this. Put a pig and a blanket over there. And let's go ahead and put him out on the carpet. That's the wrong way. God, that flies across. Offset him just a little bit. Alright, what else can we do? Can we do music in here? Or do you have to do that? And this isn't the spot where they'll let me put music. Okay. What else we got? We got some statues. Holy crap. Okay, that is a very large statue. Let's put that back in. That's not gonna work. Yeah, we'll have to do that outside somewhere. Let's see here. Yeah, that one's not music either. It's a very specific spot for the music, I'm sure. Nope, not there. See, it's different down here. So there is a spot up here somewhere where the music is at. It's not those. It looks like it. There it is. I found it. It's this right here. So that one, I actually really love this theme music. The 16 Years Welcome theme. Really do like that a lot. I want to see, is there another one in any of these other rooms? Okay, so it was on the other side of the wall, so it doesn't look like it. There's probably a downstairs theme and an upstairs theme is what I'm betting. Do any of these happen to have a music thing? Nope. Yeah, that's what it is. See, now we're into this other theme down here, which this theme down here I love as well. It's from Before the Shadow. I can't remember what it was called. There it is. This is Before the Shadow Epic Themes Part 1. I want to see what this other one sounds like, so I'm going to put it in place. Just put that there. Song, okay. Let's go upstairs and back down, and so we can get it to change. Bow down, bow, bow, down, down, down. Where the heck is the upstairs? Here we are. Okay, so that'll start that one. I like it. Very epic. We're going to leave that. House storage. Bound items going to be placed in your personal storage. Oh, they're bound. Okay. Alright, so what we'll do is house. We'll go over to our private house. I wanted to put those statues out anyway, so let's do that outside here. If we can find an open spot. That's an open spot. Let's see just how big this thing actually is. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. It's taking a while to come in. Holy crap, what is that? Oh. Good God. It's massive. Okay, is it overlapping over here? It's actually not, it works. Okay. Let's put another one here. What is this one? Is it the same thing? Oh, it's much smaller. Much smaller. Okay, let's pull that back out of there and find a small one we can put there because I don't want to waste a massive spot for it. We'll put it right here. Can't tell, is it floating over the ground? Ever so slightly, I think it is. Oh, they don't give me the up. Oh, freaking hell. They don't give me the up-down ability, so I can't change it. So I think it'll do. Man, I hate that bug. You got two buttons down. You let go of the left button. You've only got the right, so it should allow you to do this. Instead, you keep moving forward. And it's a very irritating bug. That is cool. Let's see if I can zoom way out. That's as far as I can zoom out. Oh, because the thing was behind me. That's awesome. My garden of mega statues out here. Look at that one there. Insane. Let me check something. Music. Yeah, that's what I thought. We've got Cardaland, and I love the Cardaland music. I'm not going to change that one. That was another Before the Shadow. Over here we've got Song of Waves and Wind theme. Huh, so I have that twice? Didn't know I had 2 copies of it. Alright, yeah, whatever. Open up my storage here. Got a bunch of housing items I've been collecting because I don't have a place for them, so we're going to add these in here. You know, I have that floor thing. I could probably put, hold on. Let me grab that. Really tell. It looks like it's glowing or something. I don't understand that. And it didn't place it in the right spot. It's like, I don't understand. I don't know why that's glowing. Okay, it was because it was clicked. Ah, I get it now. Alright, I don't dislike that. Alright, cool. This is all good. I'll go ahead and put my bags up for whatever character I end up playing the next time I log in. There we are. I was around the mist over at the kinship house, so it got me, and now my guy's gonna look like he's all freaked out now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for tonight. I hope y'all had a fantastic time. As always, I have a great time hanging out with y'all. Be sure over on YouTube to subscribe, leave a like and a comment. It greatly helps, and I greatly appreciate y'all for doing it. Over on Twitch, please hit the follow. And head over to Ferone.com, where you can find links to all of my channels, as well as link to my Discord server where you can get on there, introduce yourself, and the introductions will get you some access. You can come hang out over here with us on the Peregrine server. I run the Lore-Bound Walkers kinship. Alright. Yeah, I hope y'all have a fantastic rest of your day, night, morning, or whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is Ferone the Gnome, and I'm signing off. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye!